Welcome back. Wow, we went out yard selling this morning. Drove around Mustang in Yukon, Oklahoma. We didn't find a whole lot, and I didn't spend a lot until. I'm going to show you what I got up until the estate sale that we went to in Yukon. It was kind of a hoarding house. The grass was up very high. The trees were all over the house. And and I'm going to show you some video of the inside of it. Up until that point, I'd only spent like 30 bucks, 31 bucks. And I'm going to show you what I got for $31. And I was amazed when I got home. Just this one box that I paid $7 for. I'm going to show you what it's worth. I'll get probably all my money back from just this one little box. I saw this little box, and it had a bunch of stuff in it, and it had a bunch of knives, pocket knives, and most of these are Schrade, Case, or Buck. And I'll pop up snapshots of each one. This one is a Buck, $371, so you can follow along and look them up yourself if you'd like to. This is another Buck, $384. This is a Case. There you go. And if you know anything about knives, you'll know. You won't have to trust me. There's another Case. That's 4 knives. Here's another. This is an Uncle Henry 2014 edition Schrade. And then last of the knives is this in the box, and it is also a Case. And there you go. And I'm going to show you snapshots real quick. Oh, and the multi-tool. I paid $1. I paid $5 for the box, $1 for this Schrade multi-tool. And I'll show you, and then I'll come back for what else is in the box. So right there, that could pay for everything I bought today. But here's what else was in the box. Nothing crazy here, but 4 flashlights, little penknife flashlights, a Nautica watch, which I'll add a battery to. That's probably $50, $60, $70 right there. That was in there. A 50-cent piece. I don't think that's anything crazy. This one is crazy. Yeah, 2020. Yeah, I'll leave that alone. And then a camera. Yeah. And it's a DGX brand, so probably not very valuable. And then a PS4 controller, a wireless controller. That was all in the box. So $6, all of that. Yeah, let's go with the rest of it. I have not looked these up, but they're all 70s, and they're all Hot Wheels. I just grabbed them. They were 50 cents a piece. There's a 57 Chevy. And I'll just run through these as quick as I can. A little Porsche. Little British. Almost looks like a Fiero. I don't know what that is. Royal Flash is what it's called. Here's another one. Kind of a... And another one similar to that. And another one. A Camaro. And a truck. All 70s. I grabbed them. All right. I paid $5 for the Ford Mustang stock AM/FM radio CD player. I don't know what that's worth, but typically I do well with those. 2 pair of Ralph Lauren women's sunglasses, and they're like a tortoise shell. Ralph Lauren on that one. I paid $1 a piece. And then these are also Ralph Lauren. And the way I do these is if one of my girls wants them, I'll offer them first. And if they don't want them, I'll sell them. And of course, it depends on the value. If they're worth $200 a piece, well, the girls aren't even going to see them. But there you go. I got a bag of watches for $1. She said make offer. And there it is. It's a whole bag of watches, and I'll go through them, and a couple of watch bands. And then 3 Brand new with tag, new era 950 Los Angeles Dodgers snapback caps. And I gave $3 a piece for these. And then 2 video games. Yep, Far Cry 5 and Need for Speed Rivals. I know I have this one already, so I'll figure out that. And I gave $2 a piece for those. So that's what I spent 30 bucks on. We were done. We were headed home, and I saw the state sale, and we went over there, and I spent 100 on the first round and then 63 on the second round. Yeah, so I spent 193 on the day. The knives will probably cover everything, but one of the first things, or the last thing I actually picked up in the house, was this Indiana Jones fedora. Yeah. If you know, you know. And yeah, I don't know what that's worth, but it's Indiana Jones. I had to have it. Now let me show you the rest of it. We're at an estate sale in Yukon. I just want to give you a little glimpse of what I'm seeing. This is crazy. First day, and they are doing deals.
From the bottom, so yeah, so a couple of little tiny holes in it. So thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Now they do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In a minute. Nope, I didn't want the other side.
The monopolies.
I'm just looking at that stuff.
Sorry for the camera. I'm filming.
I've done, I haven't
I don't know anything about that stuff.
yeah, it's just so much.
Cindy's
Look at that. Right.
Jim Beam.
the $45 again. $45.
Yeah. Is the cheapest I found them. R12 is discontinued, you cannot get it anymore.
Yeah, well, I saw it. The price on it. Yeah, we pay that for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got money for all those? Yeah, no, I get it. I was just hearing, it's like he's an old car guy, collector, that kind of stuff. And yeah, and I saw that and I thought of you. Yeah. Yeah, not
They wanted $225 for this in television and some games, and I kept offering them a different price because, one, I don't know that it works, and they didn't either, and two, it's not as valuable as $225 even with the games. So I offered $60. They countered it, or actually I offered $50. They countered at $75, and I countered at $60, and they took it. Now here's some of the games. And I don't know how valuable any of the games are. Typically on this Intellivision or Atari, the games aren't that valuable. There are a few rare ones. Kool-Aid Man is one you used to have to take your Kool-Aid packets and send them in to get that game. It wasn't sold publicly. But Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, I'm not sure. Tron. Space Hawk. I know the poker and blackjack's not worth much. Pitfall, Donkey Kong, and then here's some more. Atlantis, Locomotion, there's the Tron, Star Trek, and I have the manuals for all these too. Ice, Snafu, but $60 in this case. It looks like some kind of a jewelry case or something, I don't know. Then I've got all these manuals. And I think I have all the games, but I'm missing a few, but it's cool to have the manuals because that definitely adds value. So that's nice to have. Then I got a bunch of cards. Now, I don't know the true value. The only one I actually looked up was the Rocketeer and a box of 36 sealed cards. Sells for about $25, and I've got 3 boxes. I don't know how many packs are each one, but I Love Lucy. These are typically 90s. There's some Simpsons cards. There's a bunch of these Berenstain Bears, 92. There's a whole bunch of those. Beetlejuice. Oh, yeah, anyway. Oh, look, wait. He showed up. Plug, I don't know what that is. Tiny Toons, Tom and Jerry, Flintstones. These are all sealed packs for the most part. And that was part of the $100 bundle that I did. So as part of the $100 bundle, Monty Python's Flying Circus in the box. I don't know the value of that. I offered $5 as part of that bundle, and the lady did it. And then I got another set of cards, and I haven't gone through these. I had these marked 15. I offered 10. They were 93, 94 Fleer, Beavis and Buttheads, including some scratch and sniffs. Well, with Beavis and Butthead, I'm almost afraid to find out what that's like. And the rest of this is novelty stuff. Yeah, it's not stuff I need to be showing on here, but anyway, it's adult novelty, funny stuff that I'm not going to show on video. I don't want to offend anybody. Okay, this is a Garfield item. I Googled it. I could not find anything on it. He's like a scuba diver, and it's magnetic. So I don't know what it's used for, but I thought that was cool. If you saw in the video, there was a phone too. I didn't pick that up. They had it marked 20. Probably could have got it for less. Some candy, Bugs Bunny, Spin Pop, some kind of a M&M's little watch. I got 2 full bags of toys, miscellaneous, and I'm going to go through those. And then I got 2 pair of these, and I got them for $5 a pair. They're brand new with tags, and they are overalls. There you go. Big Ben bib overalls. And these came up pretty good. They're probably, I'm guessing they're at least $40, $50 overalls. But I'll double check that. I also got 2 things of bubble wrap for $1.50 total, and then 2 huge bags of miscellaneous toys that I need to go through. And I just saw a few figures that I recognized through the thing, and I know like Felix the Cat's in there. There's some McDonald's toys for sure, and just all kinds of accessories. And they wanted $3 a bag, and I gladly paid it because I love digging through toys and seeing what's in them. And I see Dino in there from the Flintstones. Yeah, and I'm gonna open it up and I'll set it up and let you see what it is, if there's anything of value in there. And yeah, that's what I spent $193 today on. I think I'm gonna be busy. Here's the first $3 bag. And like I said, most of these are McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Toys, Taco Mayo. There's Lucy in a box, Sonic, McDonald's. I don't know what the banana thing is. And you'll recognize some of these if you're remembering back to the 80s and 90s, because that's what most of this looks like it's from. But for $3 to go through, who knows what we're going to find as far as value. The Spam truck. I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a, you know. And here's the second $3 bag. And again, some people are going to say, well, that's a waste of money. But there's some neat stuff in here. And like I said, I always look this stuff over. If I find something that's valuable, fine. If I don't, then it's all giveaways, because I got plenty of people to give it away to. Luke, I am your father. I'd say $3 is worth digging through. And some of these are not McDonald's toys. Some of them are actually, you know, like Charlie Brown is not a McDonald's toy. Power Ranger. And I don't know all these. So there you go. $3.